Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Kenya Defence Forces Weekly Bulletin, your trusted source for weekly updates on defense activities, from operational highlights to the latest developments at the Ministry of Defense. I am Sergeant Patience Asambu, and here are our top stories for tonight. KDF set to conduct nationwide recruitment. CS Defense opens the Kenya at 100 Capstone training. The Chief of the Defense Forces attends the 41st East African Community Sectoral Council meeting. Defense PS coordinates government projects. KDF troops enhance security in the DRC. Kenya Navy clearance diving unit in recovery mission. And in sports, Ulinzi Warriors win bronze in the KNBL. And Bora Cup kicks off. To start us off, the Kenya Defence Forces is pleased to announce to the public that the recruitment of General Service Officer Cadet, that is regular and graduate degree holders, specialist officers, general duty recruits, tradesmen and women, and Defence Forces constables is scheduled to take place in the month of October 2025. The advertisement will inform all candidates of the eligibility criteria and recruitment dates. All interested candidates for the General Service Officer Cadet, Specialist Officers, and Tradesmen and Women vacancies must apply online on the link shown on your screen. The Kenya Defence Forces recruitment drive is free to all eligible candidates. Members of the public are warned against engaging in malpractices in the view to influence the recruitment process and are encouraged to report any suspicious activities or characters to the nearest police station or military camp, or call the hotline numbers 0726 419 706 or 0726 419 709. For more details on the process, check our official website and social media pages. Honorable Soipan Tuya, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, officially opened the Kenya at 100 Capstone training at the International Peace Support Training Center in Karen, Nairobi. Honorable Tuya commended the National Defense College and other key partners for patronizing the visionary initiative, noting that it forms a strategic place in Kenya's strategic history as they undertake on the immense task of nation building, which plays a key role in the training.
The 2 weeks course themed High Performance Leadership, Strategic Governance and Sustainability in National Security, aimed at enhancing strategic leadership for national security and development, strengthening governance, integrity and institutional transformation, integrating national security with economic prosperity and promoting sustainability, both as a policy and business imperative in national security and prosperity aspirations. The training brought together top leadership from across the national government, departments and agencies. Major General Stephen Motuko, the Deputy Commandant of the National Defense College, stated that Kenya at 100 Capstone training is not just another leadership forum, but a strategic convergence of minds, values and vision.
The Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, General Charles Kahariri, attended the 41st East African Community Sectoral Council Consultative Committee on Cooperation in Defence Affairs, convened with member states, reaffirming their commitment to deepening regional defence collaboration and enhancing collective security.
The ongoing forum brings together defense chiefs, senior military officers, and policy experts from across the East Africa Community region to review progress in joint initiatives and chart the future of regional defense cooperation. Kenya's delegation, led by Chief of the Defense Forces, General Charles Kahariri, underscored the importance of unity in addressing cross-border security threats, enhancing interoperability, and strengthening mutual trust among partner states. The committee is assessing the implementation status of various resolutions on training, joint exercises, doctrine harmonization, and peace support operations, while also deliberating on emerging security challenges affecting the region. On the sidelines of the 41st East African Community Sectorial Council Consultative Committee on Cooperation in Defense Affairs, Chief of the Defense Forces General Charles Kahariri received a goodwill message from the Chief of the Somali National Armed Forces, Major General Odawa Yusuf Rage, delivered by Brigadier General Madei Nurey. In his message, Major General Rage reaffirmed Somali National Armed Forces' commitment to strengthening cordial relations with Kenya Defense Forces as both militaries work to enhance cooperation in securing their common border and protecting communities in the region amid intensified operations against Al-Shabaab. He commended Kenya's long-standing support for Somalia's stability and emphasized the importance of unity in addressing shared security challenges. General Kahariri in turn conveyed his goodwill message to his Somalia counterpart, highlighting the value of the long-standing collaboration between Kenya Defense Forces and Somali National Armed Forces in tackling common security threats. He called for sustained cooperation to bolster security for Kenya-Somalia border communities as the campaign against Al-Shabaab is escalated. The Chief of Defense Forces dismissed claims alleging that Kenya had provided sanctuary to Jubaland state forces in Mandera County, terming them false and a case of disinformation. He urged the federal government of Somalia and the federal member state of Jubaland to embrace dialogue over military confrontation in de-escalating tensions. General Kahariri further assured Somali National Armed Forces of Kenya Defense Forces' unwavering partnership, reiterating that peace in Somalia translates to peace in Kenya and the wider region.
Focusing on national government projects, Dr. Patrick Mariro, the Defense Principal Secretary, chaired a consultative meeting with the Sports Steering Committee to assess the ongoing construction of Talanta Sports Stadium, a flagship project underscoring the government's commitment to nurturing talent and fostering national pride through sports. Elsewhere, Dr. Mariro presided over the commissioning of the regional office block for the Office of the Auditor General in Embu County. The facility is a product of successful interagency collaboration involving the Ministry of Defense, the Kenya Defense Forces, and the Office of the Auditor General and the County Government of Embu.
The Talanta Sports Stadium is set to be completed by the end of 2025, standing as a world-class facility designed to host both local and international sporting events, including the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON, which Kenya is set to co-host with Uganda and Tanzania. Meanwhile, the completed Office of the Auditor General in Embu County will boost operational capacity by improving accessibility, efficiency, and coordination of audit services with local stakeholders in Embu, Tharaka Nithi, and Meru counties.
Major General Paul Otieno, Commander Kenya Navy, officiated the retirement ceremony of the Kenya Navy ships Tana and Galana at the Kenya Navy Fleet Mkunguni Jetty in Mombasa County. Having faithfully served the nation for decades, the Kenya Navy ships were formally retired in a ceremony that honored their illustrious legacy and invaluable contributions to national and regional security. Take a look.
The Kenya Navy ships Tana and Galana played a pivotal role in numerous operations, most notably Operation Sledgehammer in 2012, which was instrumental in the capture of strategic Somali port city of Kismayu from Al-Shabaab alongside Operation Ocean Build, which secured Kude and Operation Mamba, among others.
We are here to honor the closing of a glorious chapter in our nation's maritime history.
Major General Otieno paid tribute to the vessel's long-standing service, emphasizing their strategic role in sustaining naval operation, logistical support, humanitarian relief, and enhancing regional maritime cooperation.
We take a short break. We'll be back in a moment.
Do you have the courage to serve, the discipline to protect, the honor to defend? Your calling is here. The Kenya Defence Forces is recruiting from 13th to 25th October 2025. KDF will recruit specialist and general service duty cadets, servicemen and women, constables, tradesmen and women. Visit mod.go.ke, the official Ministry of Defence website, for more information and updates, or follow our official social media platforms. X @KDF Info, Facebook, Kenya Defence Forces, Instagram @KDF.info, TikTok, KDF Official, YouTube, Kenya Defence Forces. KDF Recruitment is free and open to all eligible and qualified candidates. Attempting to bribe or any other form of corruption with intent to influence the recruitment process is a criminal offence. Report such cases at the nearest police station, military camp, or call/message 0726419706/0726419709.
Welcome back. Major General Faustino Lobale, the Director General of Defense National Security Industries, visited the Defense Food Production and Processing Factory in Gilgil, Nakuru County. The factory, under the Ministry of Defense, is mandated to carry out crop and animal production as well as the processing of high-quality, nutritious, dehydrated vegetables.
During the visit, Major General Lobali familiarized himself with the factory's food production processes, which include vegetable dehydration, fruit processing, and ready-to-eat meal production. The factory cultivates its own produce and supplement supplies through the local farmers, which serve the Kenya Defence Forces personnel, other security agencies, the general public, as well as being exported to international markets.
Major General John Maison Nkoimo, General Officer Commanding Central Command, held a meeting with Commander of United States Special Operations Command Africa, USSOCA, Major General Claude Tudor, at Defense Headquarters in Nairobi. The meeting was aimed at strengthening the security partnership between the Kenya Defence Forces and the United States Department of Defense. Major General Nkoimo welcomed support from USSOCA that has been instrumental in enhancing operational effectiveness and resilience.
The two commanders reviewed the progress of ongoing cooperative efforts and identified opportunities for greater impact through enhanced collaboration. Both delegations emphasized the need to expand joint training initiatives and strengthen intelligence cooperation. Major General Chuda commended the professionalism and sacrifices of troops deployed in peace support operations, noting that their efforts have been vital in degrading terrorist networks and safeguarding regional stability.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Major C.K.
On matters peace and stability, Kenya Defence Forces troops serving under the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo have enhanced joint operations with allied forces aimed at protection of civilians in Ituri province in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Take a look.
The Kenya Defence Forces, together with the Indonesia Rapid Deployment Battalion and the Battalion of the Republic of South Africa, have intensified joint area domination patrols in the areas of Komanda, Ngeleza, Bandiamosi, Bamande, and Irumo villages, among other villages in the area of operation. The operations have normalized daily life by improving the security environment in the region.
The Kenya Defence Forces personnel from the Kenya Navy Clearance Diving Unit and the 9th Battalion Kenya Rifles successfully retrieved the body of a middle-aged man at Chepkorio Dam in Geria, Uasin Gishu County. The recovery exercise marked the culmination of a 6-day search and rescue operation. The operation highlighted the professionalism, technical expertise, and commitment of Kenya Defence Forces personnel in humanitarian response, reflecting the wider mission of the Kenya Defence Forces in supporting national resilience and emergency operations. Defense officials and experts from the 7 member states of the East African Community gathered in Nairobi for the East African Community Defense Experts Working Group meeting. The 2-day convention focused on enhancing collective defense mechanisms and fostering unity among partner states.
The East African Community Defense Experts Working Group plays a critical role in shaping the East Africa's defense agenda, serving as a technical and strategic body that lays the groundwork for decisions made by the East African Community Sectoral Council on Cooperation in Defense. Its mandate includes aligning national defense policies and procedures to ensure seamless interoperability during joint operations, exercises, and peacekeeping missions.
Moi Air Base Welfare Office held a 1-day seminar at Talanta Center in Moi Air Base, Nairobi, under the theme Strong Families, Strong Force. The forum, facilitated by Kenya Air Force and Life Ministries Family Kenya, addressed gender-based violence, family support, and gambling.
Colonel Simon Buri, acting Deputy Base Commander, underscored the threat of gender-based violence to discipline and cohesion.
Family is the first unit of command for every soldier. It is where discipline, loyalty, and resilience are tested before they are carried to the field.
Facilitators from Life Ministries Family Kenya shared personal marital experiences and practical ways of navigating challenges that encourage participants to embrace tolerance, strengthen bonds, and build families anchored on mutual respect.
Moving on, Kenya Defense Forces troops under Operation Maliza Uhalifu have intensified security engagements, bringing together security agencies and community leaders across Baringo and Elgeyo Marakwet counties. Brigadier Alex Kiraguri, the commander Operation Maliza Uhalifu, led the multi-agency team engagements focused on sustaining recent gains, particularly the increased surrender of illegal arms, improved school attendance, and the role of civic sensitization in promoting peace.
In Chemotit area in Baringo County, Kingdom Builders International Ministries, with support from troops deployed under Operation Maliza Uhalifu, organized a 1-day football tournament that brought together local youth and humanitarian and security agencies who celebrated talent, unity, and peace. The multi-agency team, comprising of the Kenya Defense Forces, National Police Service, Directorate of Criminal Investigations, National Intelligence Service, and National Government Administration officers, engaged local leaders and communities in a series of forums aimed at deepening collaboration and trust. The Chemotit football tournament underscored how sports can be used as a powerful tool for reconciliation and community building, while also reaffirming the Kenya Defense Forces commitment to working alongside local leaders and organizations to secure lasting peace in the North Rift.
The Kenya Defense Forces troops under Operation Amani Boni, based at Bodhei and Sankuri, conducted civil-military cooperation outreaches in support of local residents at Bodhei and Mararani village in Kiunga, Lamu County, respectively. Additionally, troops based in Elwak conducted a community medical outreach at Shimbir Fatma Town in Mandera County, geared at strengthening civil-military cooperation and enhancing trust between security forces and the community.
The troops conducted key leader engagement meetings that highlighted the importance of community leaders in enhancing security and fostering sustainable peace. During the engagements, Kenya Defense Forces troops extended support to the locals with free medical camps at Bodhei and Shimbir Fatma Town, as well as distribution of essential food supplies in Kiunga. The locals expressed gratitude for multi-agency security efforts to not only enhancing security, but also stand with the community in its development needs.
Still on Operation Amani Boni, Right Reverend Wallace Nganga, the Bishop of the Military Ordinariate of Kenya, visited the Kenya Defense Forces troops deployed under Operation Amani Boni, Kenya Navy Base, Manda Bay, and United States troops at Camp Simba. The visit was part of his familiarization tour of the Kenya Defense Forces units and formations in Lamu County.
During the visit, Bishop Ng'ang'a presided over the commissioning mass at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, where newly inducted members of the Catholic Men Apostolate, comprising both officers and service members, were officially commissioned after completing an 8-month formation program. In his homily, Bishop Ng'ang'a called on the new Catholic Men Apostolate members to integrate their military vocation with their spiritual mission, serving as disciplined soldiers and faith-driven leaders within their families and communities.
The Kenya Defense Forces, under the Ministry of Defense, is rolling out veterans outreach initiatives aimed at enhancing the welfare of retired officers and service members. The latest veterans outreach programs were conducted in Nyandarua and Samburu counties. Take a look.
Efforts reaffirm Kenya's commitment to honoring its veterans, the brave men and women who dedicated their lives to the defense of Kenya. The chairman of the Veterans Advisory Committee, Major General retired Lucas Tumbo, emphasized the provisions of the Veterans Act enacted in June 2022, highlighting its critical role in safeguarding the rights and benefits of veterans. Director of the Directorate of Military Veterans, Brigadier Leriari, highlighted the significance of key veterans support initiatives.
Wanatoa 10%, mtoto anapata accommodation.
Ulinzi Warriors wrapped up their 2025 Kenya National Basketball League season by clinching third place after a thrilling victory of 59-58 over Umoja basketball team at Nyayo National Stadium Basketball Gymnasium. The win not only earned them a bronze medal but also secured the qualification for FIBA Africa Zone 5 East Africa Basketball Club Championship later this year, where they will represent Kenya on the regional stage. The chief of the Defense Forces Netball Challenge Cup, popularly known as the Bora Cup, kicked off on Tuesday at the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Lang'ata, Nairobi. Over the years, the Bora Cup has grown into a premier sporting event on the Kenya Defense Forces calendar, showcasing the force's commitment to nurturing talent and promoting wellness alongside operational effectiveness.
Speaking at the opening ceremony, Colonel Gideon Bebora, chairman of the Defense Forces Netball Association, encouraged the athletes to uphold professionalism, fairness, and a strong competitive spirit throughout the tournament. The participating units include 2 Brigade, 4 Brigade, 6 Brigade, 8 Brigade, 110 Brigade, Army Special Operations Brigade, Armored Brigade, Artillery Brigade, Command Battle Team Engineers Brigade, Construction Engineers Brigade, Kahawa Garrison, Moi Air Base, Laikipia Air Base, Wajir Air Base, Kenya Navy Mtongwe Base, and the Kenya Navy Manda Base.
That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. We look forward to your feedback via our official social media platforms and your continued viewership next week for the KDF Weekly Bulletin. I am Sergeant Patience Asambu. Goodbye.